Pleroma means fullness, okay? And it's pure light, pure awareness, and it's populated by divine intelligence, and they're called the eons. And that's why we get that word here that means forever, eons. I've been, looking for you for eons. Among them is a very special eon, and her name is Sophia. Now, it's not a woman per se, but it's a female principle called Sophia. Now, all of these eons at that point are separated in two, and they're not physically really separate because, first of all, they're not physical for one thing, but there are an aspect, a differentiated aspect of the monad of God, and they work in tandem. And Sophia had her counterpart, except that Sophia wanted to express the beauty of the monad, and she wanted to create like the monad did. So she created her own entity, but without her counterpart and without the approval of the other eons. And this is the beginning of the problems, which the Christian church has used, sadly, to a very nefarious ends to demonize the female, the feminine concept inside of us, to belittle it, to squash it, because if you remember well, in the Garden of Eden, Eve is the one who messes things up. Well, not really, because once you read these ancient texts, you realize that the Garden of Eden was nothing about that, quite the opposite. But we'll look at that a little bit later. So Sophia creates this demiurge, and its name is Yaldabaoth. And it doesn't know anything. This is a brand new infant with a lot of power that comes in, doesn't know that there is a God above it, that there is a creator of all things, and just sees itself as the ultimate creation and goes, I am God. I am. Wants to be the monad. He thinks it's the monad, right? And of course, Sophia looks at it and goes, oh my God, what did I do? What did I create? Now, don't be fooled, because the monad, if it is what it is, omniscient, omnipowerful, omnipresent, there was a reason why that happened, right? It wouldn't have let something like that happen if it was counterproductive. And you can't add anything, subtract anything, divide anything, multiply anything to the ultimate, the all, the infinity of it all, right? There's no such thing, right? So nothing happens without a reason. But the reason is obvious, probably, maybe not. But the reason was to experience it, and not that there was a need to want to experience it. But anyway, we can go on that one forever, and we'll never get the answer to that one until, well, we shed our dualistic minds. So ignorance of the higher realms, Yaldabaoth thinks it's the ultimate stuff, right? And it really, this is the beginning, by the way, of the God of Genesis, the vengeful God that punishes you when you do something bad. And it's the Old Testament. And it's a beautiful read because it really kind of gives you that aspect of what the Gnostics had found out, but that has been reinterpreted in a way to make it look like we're sinful from that. We're not created by Sophia's creation. We really are directly from the source. So up to you to draw your own conclusions.